Why should I give a damn?
What's up? You're now tuned in to Why Should I Give a Damn? Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And if you like Instagram, make sure you follow us at WSIGAD_podcast. We back in the building. I am your host, Eric.
It's your girl, Breezy the Barber.
It's Lil Zane.
And you know what time it is. Yeah. Calling me. Say my name. Okay. Remember that? Little Zane, boy.
Pac Jr.
A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't remember the Little Zane run, but it was funny once I realized.
Niggas remember because niggas had their shirt over their neck.
Disgusting.
Remember niggas who had their shirt over their neck, and that was like such an odd. It was
very homoerotic. Once I got older and realized he was basically just a kid's bop Tupac that stole Tupac's flow. I'm listening to it saying, I'm living life like a celebrity, man. I'm like, God damn, you got the whole thug life flow going on.
It's crazy because you know the verse, but you kind of mumble like you did it.
I don't know. I
know the verse. You know the
verse. I know the cadence. I don't know the verse. I know the cadence. That's all about it. Shout out Lil Zane.
It was Pac's whole verse, right?
Like, yeah, it was basically a Pac verse but like a kid's pop verse.
It was like a Gorilla Black, basically.
Trash. Shout out to Little Zane, though. Hopefully he's doing good. Now, hopefully he's not somewhere doing bad. We got to talk about some shit, though. Somebody dropped this weekend, legendary rapper, young Drake.
Young Drake.
Drizzy Drake.
Who was that nigga off the east side?
Drake. And Drake is one of those niggas where when he drops, everybody got an opinion. Everybody want to talk about it. He's one of those polarizing artists that, you know, when he drops, everybody got something to say. Have y'all listened to the Drake album?
Halfway through it.
Yeah, I listened.
I listened to it. Let's get right to it then. What do y'all feel so far from what you listened to so far about the Drake album? Good album, bad album, mediocre album, okay album? We can rate it 1 through 10. Like, I guess if you haven't, I don't really want to give it a rating yet because it's too soon, and a lot of us haven't heard it all the way through.
Yeah.
I want to hear Breezy, but we need to make this like a
marinate. It's cooking right now.
We need to make this a segment a bit. The halfway report.
Yeah, because we need
to do that. Watch half a movie,
right?
Half an album, and just go off of it and have a strong take. But I really want to hear. Like I want to hear her take halfway through.
Because sometimes shit be trash halfway through, and then they'll make a turn. Or sometimes you be like, "Oh, this shit cold." Then the rest of the house. So that is a good little take right there.
And that's me like really listening to it too. You know, a lot of people just have had it in the background. I don't think people really been listening to it.
This particular album,
I was actually
listening
to it.
Did you like Candle, Sit Back, or was this
at
at
work?
I was
cleaning, so I wasn't deep. I was able to concentrate a little bit.
Drake is cleaning music. That's kind of right above elevator.
It was a good opportunity.
Oh, that's not a
good opportunity, but it flowed really good. I really did like it. I mean, some of the I'm halfway through and I'm like, okay, I did hear it, Slime Me Out or whatever. I heard a couple songs that I haven't actually heard on the album yet, but I thought it was really good. I mean, I like the features. The feature with J. Cole was like phenomenal. Like, of course, the feature with my girl Sexy Red. Like,
he gave her a full song. I respect that.
Exactly. I like that song. That's a bop. I like it. It's a different side of Drake. I'm used to a little bit of. I went to the Drake concert here. You know, it was good. It was a little slow. That's why I appreciated when 21 Savage came out and sped it up a little bit. I like sped up Drake. You know, he's older. He's showing his maturity. He's showing his progression in music. Like,
we're gonna double back on this Drake For All the Dogs album conversation in a couple weeks.
It's definitely for the dogs.
Like I said, when you drop albums, I see a lot of people, the overwhelming majority of what I'm seeing on my timeline is that the album is trash. However, I kind of hear that anytime an artist has a big name and they've been in the game for a while, especially in black culture, we have this expiration date that we put on artists because we love to be the first ones to put everybody on something and the first ones to tell you that, oh, that shit lame, that shit trash. We just love to be the first on both ends. So the result is we discover the most artists, but also we shit on the most legends in our culture. That's just what we do. We love to shit on the legends.
Y'all shitted on that Beyonce album.
Oh yeah.
And look at this motherfucker. Look at it's weak, this trash. Yeah.
Anything that's not booty hole brown and pussy pink is trash, y'all.
Like
anything that's not selling dope or
a little bit.
it's like anything that's not selling dope or verbal porn is just trash to a lot of y'all. Yeah. And to be honest with you, the reason why you can't really listen to a lot of motherfuckers' opinions on music, because too often people now, especially in the streaming era where everybody can personalize what they listen to, a lot of people are in a musical bubble. A lot of people are just listening to the couple artists they listening to. Right. So they're able to, back in the day, everybody bought albums and you bought music. So it was a little bit different. But now we have every song right at our fingertips. Yep. Every song you could possibly want to listen to at our fingertips with streaming. So it's very easy for us to get caught in our own niche music and not listen to anything else and to think everything outside of that is trash. So I encourage everybody that anytime something new drops and you like the artist, listen to it yourself.
Yep.
Never go off, because I'm listening to the Drake, going back to the Drake, I'm listening to this Drake album and I'm like, this shit decent to me from what I heard. And I only listened to it one time. One listen. This shit decent to me.
Well, you said it's decent. That you
and I wasn't even lit. I wasn't even on no liquor.
You would just listen to it.
I was
but Eric,
little bold, but that's it.
You equate decent with Drake though.
No, it was.
You really shouldn't be saying a Drake album is decent. That's kind of like the point.
Chicago,
I guess
that means.
No, I mean when I say no, there is, because to me, More Life was decent. Scorpion was decent. A lot of Drake albums are decent to me.
But you can't name like the compilation type albums. That's what you think.
I'll be honest with you. Drake, to me, a lot of his albums, a lot of his albums is underwhelming to me. Don't get me wrong, he's one of the best song makers ever when it comes to songs. And in every album, he has like 5 or 6 songs that I'm playing nonstop. He has that ability where if he dropped 13, 14 songs, there's going to be 5 or 6 songs on that album that I'm going to play religiously. But the also thing about Drake is he's going to have about 4 or 5 songs on a lot of these albums that's going to be forgettable, or for the time, because he likes to talk about a lot of current shit. So for the time, they cold. But as time goes by, it's like, I don't really care for it no more. So that's just always been Drake.
That's every artist, though.
No, Drake is more of a single or chart-topping phenomenon than he is like this elite album maker to me, personally. I respect Drake as a song maker. I respect his albums, but at the same time, I don't have these high-ass expectations. Whereas where you have Kendrick, to me, is the opposite side of that. Whereas Kendrick doesn't always have that hit everybody listening to, but when I listen to his album, you can tell the album was well put together, well thought out. I got an overall message behind it. Like, that's the opposite side of it, is Kendrick, where his albums are like movies and philosophies and theories, whereas Drake is like, it's a bunch of singles and a bunch of songs, and if you're not rocking with the songs at the time, it can be hit or miss. But no matter what, Drake is going to give you a handful of songs on anything he drops that are going to be like cult classics. And that's what I look for Drake. I look for him to give me those cult classics, give me them everyday anthems I can throw in rotation. And all the other shit is personal preference as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to listen to the Drake a little more. It just dropped as we're recording this. It just dropped a day or two ago. So let's give it maybe a couple rotations. Because like I said,
it didn't really just drop.
When did it drop?
It did just drop.
When? I mean, like Friday.
That's just dropped.
Not even a week.
You know, it's not the next
we
business
don't even have
day.
the first week album sales on
the next
thing.
business
so
day is Monday.
Let's give it a week, at least a week of listening. Because like I said, when it just dropped, now how many times have you listened? Like I said, I've listened to it maybe one full time.
Do you know without saying, you're kind of just saying it's not the same, because you're saying
there's just a couple other things in queue. We got the Diddy album on play. You know,
every Drake album I've been saying. Every album. Personally, I'm like that.
Back in the day at your old crib, 2011-12, when niggas when it dropped, we all came together, had weed, smoked. It was like an event to listen to an album together for the first time.
That was before niggas was getting money.
That was before no. I'm saying that's trash, but I'm just saying just the hype of talking about it. Like, just
but you see, like somebody like a Drake, you really want to listen to. All these other niggas, like, I'm gonna play on my way to work. It's gonna be some background music. Okay, it was about Drake. I want to actually take the time and listen to his shit. Because he deserves it, you know what I'm saying. So I don't really have.
So you want to listen to it so much you
but
break
like
it
today,
up in time.
I really like got time to listen to it. No distractions, no kids, no sandwiches. Like really listen to it. Like okay.
And
because people have been so critical about it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, everybody, it's hard for me to take people because Drake is one of those artists who's been on top. And a lot of people who like the hardcore gangster rap or the hardcore old school hip hop, like really the old school hip hop heads and the people who only listen to like gangster rap, they tend to hate Drake. And they tend to prey on his downfall. So any little thing that's not a masterpiece, they're gonna overexert his trash. Because one thing I haven't seen nobody say it's okay. I haven't seen nobody. Everything is either it's trash or y'all hating on them. So it's nobody's in the middle or really giving a real. It's one extreme or the other. And Drake's one of those artists where everybody wants to go viral with their opinion. Everybody want to have the opinion everybody likes and post and comment on. So I don't take nobody's opinion. I'm gonna listen to it a couple times. It's definitely not his best album. I can tell you that from one listen. I don't need a whole bunch of listens, but it's definitely not his best album. But I don't know if it's trash. When I listened to it for the first time, I definitely didn't get trash. I don't know, but that's just me. I'm gonna listen to it some more. We'll talk about it. I just wish, just as a culture, we did a better job of preserving our legendary artists. Because as much as a lot of y'all, this is what I realized over time as somebody who's grown older and used to scoff and hate on a lot of music. Over time, a lot of the music that you get sick of becomes some of the music you're going to miss. Because as time goes, music changes, culture changes, the younger people take over the music sound, and the shit that you listen to no longer is a priority. Like I said, we're in our 30s now. So the shit we like is no longer becoming a priority. This new microwave TikTok shit.
Are you in your 30s?
I'm 29.
Oh,
Breezy on the verge. She on the verge. So the shit that we like is no longer a priority.
You see gave her age?
They're not marketing shit for us no more.
This is corporate Breezy then.
They not marketing shit for us no more.
No.
So we gotta, at the end of the day, we can't expect these artists to appease the shit we like as much no more. These artists are trying
Eric,
to get money.
You tapping out of the Drake game? You said he's too young for you now?
I'm not tapping out of the Drake game at all because, like I said, I don't even think
you're a late bloomer, Drake bloomer.
Yeah, exactly.
You was just Drake fan like 2 years ago, so now you're heavy on the cavalry. Some niggas are passing their torch up. You're grabbing it like, you know what? Well, I'm gonna carry this. I'm the Drake guy now.
We talked about off camera.
Niggas over Drake. He's like, no, he's amazing. He's like,
No, because niggas used to like that soft beginner Drake. I wasn't with the soft beginner Drake, but we did talk about off camera how Drake has different phases. He had, ooh, sorry guys, the smoke getting to my throat. But crazy. Pause. Yeah. But we talked about how Drake has different like personalities. Like you got Drake has reminiscing over his ex-girl Drake. Yeah. Then he has mob boss Drake. Then he has
your favorite.
Then he has I'm a copy of young nigga flow Drake.
Yeah.
Like there's another.
Jay-Z,
so I like personally
Jay-Z.
My favorite Drake is mob boss.
Then he got
Did
Caribbean.
he get that
we
nigga
got Caribbean
Drake
this last time.
He got Caribbean fake action Drake.
Fake
I'm
Jamaican
not a fan of him either.
When he be on the phone when he be on the song with Bad Bunny, he do little.
Exactly. I'm a fan of mob boss Drake. I'm a fan of.
You're in the minority in that.
Got money to murk a nigga. Tootsie Slide, mob boss, mob ties Drake. I'm gonna call up Jay Prince and have the niggas
Black
hit you.
Hoodie Drake.
Yeah, that's my favorite person. So a lot of us all have different versions of Drake that we fuck with.
But you don't like backpacker rapper Drake?
Absolutely not. I don't like backpack because backpacker Drake was too surprised to get pussy from me. I don't like niggas who get in pussy and they're I can't believe I'm getting the pussy. Act like you supposed to get it.
But backpacker rapper Drake. Is
like
he
Young Money Drake?
Tongue twister. Is he like a good rapper to you?
He's a good rapper, but he's not better than Mob Boss. Mob Boss Drake is the best rapper in all of that.
That's crazy.
Mob Boss Drake is
that's all.
Because he's gonna.
I
give
knew that,
you
but
way
it's a shocker
more,
every time you say.
He's gonna give you way more
like
elite
Views
bars.
too.
He's gonna have me thinking a lot more after the song.
Views was good too.
Yeah, Views.
Yeah, because they had the Caribbean.
They had the Caribbean
vibes on there.
Yeah, not enough Mob Boss. Too much Caribbean, like I said. But as I think all the great artists, you see even Kanye's and the people, and even
you like GD, you like GD Kanye.
One Dance was my shit.
You like Gangster Kanye.
No, I don't like none of those. I like Kanye. I don't like none of these.
But you like Gangster Drake. That's that'll always just blow my mind. That you just love Gangster Drake.
Gangster Drake.
Because he really sound like he be on that shit.
Gangster Drake is top 5
That's why I
for
like
me.
Gangster Drake.
Then Gangster Drake is top 5.
All time? If you said top 5 what? All time?
I'll put him up there. I'll put him up there over a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie. I'm putting Gangsta Drake. He's top 10 for sure. He's top 10 for sure.
Wait. Gangsta Drake don't even write his own shit. Clearly, have you ever heard him talk?
We're not gonna get into.
Have you ever heard him talk?
Thank you for this episode.
Y'all
Getting
really
a strike
think he's doing that?
and a black ball.
We're not
Gangsta
gonna
Drake,
get it.
like that's why we like Mob Drake. But he don't have to. All he has to do is get rid of you.
Look,
I'm OVO
have to
Collins.
put the work
I'm
in.
trying. Hey,
all I'm
listen.
saying is the guy is Jewish. The guy is Jewish.
gonna
He has
have it
connections
handled.
in the music industry.
Fuck that.
And he has enough money to have that cult following to where he does have everybody who knows that he has real niggas on the ground. He's taking
wouldn't
real
deny that.
losses.
That's you.
He's
wild.
really had niggas murked in the field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I lying, Colin? No.
I don't know. Who the fuck? I don't know.
He's really had niggas murked in the field,
I
bro.
don't know about all that. I don't know.
So my,
I don't think Drake has had people killed. Stop it. I don't know about that.
you don't think he's had nobody killed?
You know what? I'm
I
not
think
that
so.
high to get into like.
I'm just saying.
Conspiracy mode.
I'm just saying. I'm
not that
just
high.
saying.
I'm
If
high,
you
but
think
I'm
Drake's
not.
hands are, you think
Yes,
Drake
yes,
is just the
yes.
corny character he presents. He has his hands are not dirty at all.
Yes, why
like he
not?
has crystal clean hands.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay,
No.
I'm not
I
hating
don't
on
think
that.
so.
I hope for the sake of humanity he does.
He's hiding behind
But I
that
don't
St.
think so.
Patrick
I
image.
think he's the
not.
yeah, exactly. I think he's the James St. Patrick of rap.
Yeah.
Whole
Screw that.
time he's negotiating shit, but that's why I like my boss Drake. But shout out to Drake. We got to move it along, but definitely shout out to Drake. We gonna listen to the album again because in a couple, yeah, he might fuck with it.
That nigga don't give fuck that nigga. He don't give us no shout out shit.
He might
out to
though.
Drake.
He might be on the next album. Who knows?
What if he came?
wasn't a bad
He
album,
gonna fly
though.
us out on the OVO jet to record in his studio.
Yeah. Like I said, I gotta
shit.
give because
You don't-
and at the
you
same
don't drug
time,
him
and here's
with
another thing too. This is the reason why I don't like hating on Drake either. Cause out of the great artists, like out of the top tier artists, he's the one that's dropping consistently and dropping. I like the J.
That's all that
Cole's.
matters to you.
No, I like the J. Cole's and I like the Kendricks, but it's like they're dropping the same type level of music, but just at a slower rate. It ain't like everything they drop is hit every time. They're dropping the same rate. Some shit be cold, some shit be all right.
Cole doing more features. He's like a active Nas kind of guy. That's not even a good comparison because Nas wasn't as active, but Cole's doing a lot of features. Kendrick, that's crazy. Those are only like other two high end lyrical dudes we talk about. There's other dudes that are really high end lyrical, but
Well, niggas try to put Pusha T up there, which to me needs
Pusha
to
T.
stop.
But it's
Like,
Pusha
can
T.
we
There's
please
even like
stop
even
it?
people like talk about Freddie Gibbs. Like Freddie Gibbs is an elite
Stop
rap.
it.
No, he's
Stop it.
he's an elite rapper
Stop it.
though. He's an elite rapper.
I'm
He's
done
just-
with
he's
this
not
Freddie Gibbs, Pusha T, all these
I'm just
drug
saying.
dealer rappers.
But okay, but my kind of point is either that or is the Sexy Red and it's the Money Bag.
Big Sexy.
And shout out to all of them, but I'm like, what do people want? Me, I listen to just some music. That's why I'm like, I'm one of these old niggas. I'm like, I'm not for to be just listening to new rap. It's
We
certain
got
rap
the Larry June niggas. We got the Rod Wave niggas.
and they do well. And guess what? When they go to places, they sell out. Like those are very authentic rappers.
Don't get me wrong. They gonna do their numbers. They gonna get their money. I'm just saying, like me personally, I'm not really fucking with them like that. And like I said, you say like with the Sexy Reds and all of that. The one thing about females is, yeah, they'll support the Sexy Red, but they're not gonna put her over no Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or Megan. They know the
Sexy
level.
Red is
She's hot right now, just like
definitely in my
Loretta.
rotation. It won't
They're
always
good for
be.
the ratchet. They're good on the ratchet countdown on the chicken
Sexy
circuit.
Red
That's
is like
amazing.
an
That's
updated
great.
Trina on my playlist. Like, okay.
That's good.
So from a rapper, like, what do y'all look for in a rapper? Perspectives wise, like
I think it's different for men and women nowadays.
What do
Like,
you mean when
men and
we look
women
for a
rap?
rapper?
Like-
Like when we want to
like
look.
when y'all mentioned Larry June and Rod Wave, like them, they got a cult fan base. But what do you look at from a rapper like to be top tier?
To be
What
top
points do
tier,
we need to hit?
I look
Or
at
she?
writing ability, song making ability, like hit making ability. Like, can you make a song that we all gonna listen to? And that that's not all of it, but you got to be at least to be able to make a hit, some kind of hit. And when I listen to your album, do you have a message? Like, do you have a wave or something? And the message could be ignorant ratchet shit. Like Sexy Red has a message, even though a lot of people don't agree. It's a lot of ratchet, nasty shit. But do you have like what's your gimmick or what's your stick? We should say what like are you just a guy rambling about random stuff and random punchlines, or do you have a theme or do you have a category that I can kind of know what they expect or put you in, or are you just so lyrically talented that you can talk about anything. Like all that stuff matters to me. And even in today, a lot of people thinking that we hate on the mumble rappers or the auto tune. I don't think we hate on that at all. We hate on it when you're mumbling and you're trash. Now, when you can mumble or you can auto tune, but you can still create a good song.
You like mumble rappers, Eric?
No, there's a lot. There's niggas who can mumble, but they said they got cold shit though. Like Future is the king of mumble, but his melodies, his ability to change,
like Nardo
his
Wick
frequency.
Mumbles too.
Yeah, but you can be cold with it. There's a way to do it.
But Eric, you don't own it. Is there like a random? Do you have a guilty pleasure mumble rap? Like I want to know. Do you have like a guilty pleasure mumble rap nigga you listen to that we? I know about Dirk and all that, but I want to know like, is there like a off-brand rapper that you listen to that I don't know about?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think of one, but
Probably Nardo.
I don't really listen to Nardo.
But I can't see Eric listen to like just Nardo with like
not
a full
Nardo
project.
guy. I'm not
if it
really
was his
none of
own,
these.
but he would listen for like another nigga verse.
If I had a guy, I would definitely. I can't think of nobody right now that I'm listening to. Like
That's
I said,
mumbling really.
that's mumbling like that. I don't. Not now. I think the closest I get to like a now. I listen to some auto tuner niggas. Like I said, I listen to like a Uzi Vert or those type of niggas. But mumbler niggas or the niggas who feel like they pop pills and they
we
the
got enough mumble
niggas.
rappers.
I listen to like Kodak can spit.
He mumbles sometimes,
He mumbles sometimes.
but his mumble should be cold though.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. We kind of put mumble rappers into one category, but my thing is, you can have that mumbly or fucked up voice, but then when a motherfucker really listening, like Wayne was the master of that. Remember, Wayne used to hop on the track on lean, all fucked up, mumbling plenty shit. But then when you get high and listen to it, you be like, this nigga is really spitting. You really got to listen to this
Wayne
mumble
was
shit.
spitting though. Now they're mumbling and not spitting. That's the thing.
So all I'm doing is I'm separating the mumble experts from just the mumble niggas. You know, there's mumble niggas who actually can mumble some elite mumbles. That's what I'm saying. And then there's these other motherfuckers that are
Some people mastered the mumble rap skill. I agree.
Some people master that shit. And that's all.
But we still talk about mumble rap. Like there's no other form of rap. Like we like.
Well, I think a lot of the trap and
I feel
melodic auto tune rap has all got kind of casted into that mumble category. But a lot of these trap rappers and auto tune rappers are elite song makers. They and they can make a song. I don't put them all in one category. Like I said, if you listen to a Uzi Vert project and you really listen to it, you realize like this guy can really make a song. He can put shit together like on some Kanye 808s level shit to where it's like every fucking song has a theme, has a song, the type of choruses, the hooks, the melodies he used, the cadences he used, all of that shit. Like I said, I used to write music. So my appreciation for certain things when I listen to artists is a little different because I know the level of difficulty it takes. Because some of the shit that the average person would think is, oh, that's easy, that's basic shit. It's like you don't know how long it takes a songwriter to come up with a hook or a bridge or something that catchy on this kind of beat. You don't know because you never did it. You're just a listener. Just like a motherfucker that just eat mac and cheese. You don't know how long it took her to bake the shit, get the right cheeses, get the right noodles on the shit. You don't know. You just eating the shit. You just eating the shit. You don't understand what goes into the baking and the shit and the cheese and the mixing and
so you
shit.
know how to cook?
Why should I give a damn?
What's up? You're now tuned in to WSIGAD podcast. That's Why Should I Give a Damn on all platforms. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at WSIGAD_podcast. And if you're hitting us up on that YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We back at it. Once again, I am your host, Eric.
So Brian King.
It's Baby Bash.
Baby Bash. Wow, that's a nice little obscure reference, man. What was his one hit again?
Sugar, how you
Sugar's bro, you get so fly. That. Yeah. It be crazy little one hit wonders that you damn near forget, but then you remember, and it's like that song, that one hit they had,
It's a classic.
was a classic.
Well, if you remember, like was it last week or it was the 16th? They were here in Franklin for like the tacos and tequila.
Yeah.
So that was like washed one hit one. It was like Mike Jones, Ying Yang. It was actually a nice little old nigga 2001, 2004 type of set. So I love it. I love that they can still kind of tour, and it brings it'd be funny, but it brings up my boy Pretty Pablo was there. I'm disappointed I couldn't go, but yeah, no, it's
some heavy hitters in there. Fat Joe,
yeah, Fat Joe was there, yeah, Fat
Nelly,
Joe,
and Chingy.
But if you can build if you can make like a concert right with just one hit wonders, who would you put on there? Like everybody had to be on your concert, but all they can really do is perform their one hit.
Jaquan,
and then they go to the next.
Hood Hop, what
would be probably one of the
big
names. Like, you know how the Flyers got big names. Like, he'd have a big name for sure.
Vanilla Ice might be just for the white people.
For the white folks, for the white
switch
draw.
it,
Trust me, I've seen them at like a Bucks game or two. Like they go crazy, but the thing is, do they just do that one song, or do you give them like 3 little songs, like a little?
No, they do that one. They do that. We don't want to hear your shit. I
think that festival might be too expensive. You have to pay them too much to do them one songs.
I don't want to hear that one. We give you one song.
We get Ray J in there for One Wish.
Ray J had. Come on now, don't be disrespectful.
Wait a Minute was a hit.
Wait a Minute was a hit. Yeah, One Wish was a hit.
Up in the club.
I hit it first. That's not a hit, but I had to give it. I had to give it this respect.
He has notable songs.
Let's not. But yeah, it's a lot of one hit wonders, bro. That's always gonna be a thing. I always find it fascinating because a lot of times when these artists drop now, you don't really know if they're going to be an artist that's going to stick around. Like when Glorilla dropped and F&F dropped, I'm like, is this going to be just a one thing? Is she going to be a real deal artist? And next thing you know, you look a year or two later.
I have a Chico for your question.
She's still going.
That just popped on my mind. I would get the nigga Cupid. I would have him do the Cupid Shuffle for like 20 minutes.
Oh, man.
20 minutes of Cupid Shuffle would be epic.
I would have him and what's the Wobble? Whoever made the Wobble. Was it VIC?
But VIC had 2 because he had Get Silly.
But I'm saying I'm gonna merge them because you can Get Silly, but we're gonna do a line dance section. So and we'll have Casper like son. Rest in peace, DJ Casper. We'll have like his son.
Yeah,
come and do it.
Bro.
We could just play it over the.
Everybody, if you're listening, watching, man, what's some of y'all favorite one hit wonders? If you're listening, like if you remember
get a Black
a song.
Rob hologram.
Yeah, like Whoa, definitely. Yeah. We definitely gotta have like Whoa. Oh, that's gonna go crazy, bro.
We can do Irish from 702.
Yeah,
we doing Dead One Hit Wonders. We could do a whole little hologram joint.
A bunch of one hit wonders. We can have Cassie, Me and You, or are you gonna give her 2?
No, I'm just giving
Me
her
and You.
Give her that
nah.
one.
You know what I'm gonna have on there? And maybe I don't know. She was one hit in America. I'm pretty sure she had a hit outside of America. But I'm definitely giving that. I'm giving the Luma D.
I can't lie. I see her perform that live.
And I'm getting the Wayne Wonder. I'm getting the Wayne Wonder too, boy.
Hey, but no, like the early 2000s, like it was plenty one hit wonders. Like it was tons
bro,
of them,
I love it.
Like that's crazy.
Because then like mid 2000s was like the ringtone era, so everybody started chasing. They start chasing the one hits.
Yeah, they did start chasing the one hits, man. That like the ringtone era had a lot of stars just because they made those ringtone songs, like the Mike Jones, Chameleonaire, Soulja Boy. They made the songs that I remember having. They see me rolling, they hating as a ringtone, Because when you had a ringtone back in the day, you wanted to make a statement. You wanted to have a phrase.
That only hit 2? I mean, he got other good songs, but that is.
I think that was as big as. I want to say he has another hit I'm forgetting about. I don't want to disrespect Chameleon.
Don't want to disrespect. But what was that one song with Smiles and
North Star?
I
don't remember.
I gotta get that. That gotta go on there too. That gotta go on there too. I gotta give. They kind of had 2 hits, but Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Rockefeller Records. We get down, baby. We get down. Like
that other hit?
Those of you young niggas, y'all probably don't know what the fuck we talking about right now. And the booty hole brown chicks definitely don't know.
That one until I gotta actually put that on my old school playlist.
Yeah, bro, it's a lot of. So shout out to the one hit wonders, bro, and I guess another thing. I guess when as we reference the one hit wonders, it also gives me. I have to respect the people who've been around for 20 years, 30 years, and they're still doing it at a high level. And one of those people that are been around that long and still doing it at a high level is Usher. And Usher is about to be a headline in the Super Bowl. Cool. And I want to know, Usher, are y'all looking forward to that? Is it that time? Is Usher, because I seen some people online, and we won't name them, but some people online, I think it was Kiki's baby daddy with burner accounts, but that's just me. But I saw some people online that were hating, saying that they think that Usher isn't a Super Bowl artist, that his songs wouldn't translate for Super Bowl. He's more of a black artist. What is your response to that? Is there any truth to that? Or is Usher on that level where he's overdue for a Super Bowl?
It is some truth to it because he is a black artist. So, if they mad, they mad. You feel me? But
to be honest, the people said it, the people that was retweeted that kind of era, some of them was black. And some of them were old tweets from like last year, the last Super Bowl when we were kind of or earlier this year when we were talking about acts. And a girl, she's going viral now because she was like, Usher don't got enough hits. He only got black hits. So now people are doubling back and kind of clowning. They're like, okay, bitch, shut the fuck up. Because we're talking about a guy who has a residency in Vegas. Yeah, Vegas that's just not for niggas. $800 tickets, like that's like that. He Taylor Swift prices for some of these tickets now, especially after the Kiki shit. So it's like that's disrespectful, and I love it because it kind of some of these niggas are merging with 2 or 3 other artists. He got it, like so. I can't lie. This is one Super Bowl halftime performance I'm actually like looking forward to.
We don't know what songs he gonna do.
I think we know what songs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we know what songs he's gonna do.
We know what songs he's gonna do, and ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get probably the best halftime performance we've got since Beyonce, as far as love. See, when niggas take over shit and we put that extra seasoning on it, there's Chick-fil-A and then what? No, I didn't fuck with Riri's because Riri gave us a diver. I gave her a pass because she was pregnant. We didn't know, so she couldn't really go into
pregnant shame and performance.
No. I gave her a pass because she's pregnant. We didn't know she did the reveal at the Super Bowl, so it threw us off. I thought we was gonna get full. Let loose Riri, but we got diet Riri. But I get it. I'm all for pregnant. I'm all for pregnant women being protected, but I think Usher is about to bring a level in which we have not seen the likes of since Beyonce, as far as nigga hits. It's something about when we get on that main stage with our hits, especially with our greats. The Beyonce, like when Beyonce was up. Don't get me wrong. A lot of these artists, the Katy Perry's on them, they do their thing. I don't listen to their music as much, but I respect elite performers. However, when Beyonce was up there in that Super Bowl, it was different. It was just a different level of seasoning, a different level of just all-round black greatness. And I feel like that's what we're about to give Usher when he comes up there. Because Usher and Chris Brown are the only ones. I don't compare nobody to MJ, but they're in the MJ lineage. I'll put you in his lineage as far as y'all are one of his disciples, disciples, but
no Justin Timberlake?
Disgusting. Like I said, absolutely not.
He was white Mike for a little minute.
Absolutely not. But Usher and Chris Brown are the 2 male R&B artists that I say y'all went to the school of Michael Jackson when it comes to performing. And y'all are on that elite level. So we're about to see some crazy. I mean, I'm talking about Confessions. I'm talking about All Caught Up. I'm talking about You Remind Me. I'm talking about You Make Me Wanna. I'm talking about like the man has hit after hit after hit. And when you put it in a condensed form, like the Super Bowl format, where you got to put all your hits in a 10-minute thing.
No, you get it's like a 15-minute show.
But even that, you putting all your hits in. He got 30 hits. You're gonna put it in 50. So we're gonna get a avalanche of R&B hits. I can't wait for it.
And it's tough because I'm a live music guy. So I always say when a person gets to a certain point, it's almost bittersweet because you're not gonna hear the shit for like rappers. You go to the little show, the little bottom stage of the rave, some little club. You've been thirsty. And you see them, and then they do all the hits they know because that's all they got. And the more you see them, the less you see, like you hear the shit that you liked. And then when they get really big, now you're just getting the hook. You're getting the first 3 bars because they got too much shit. So it's almost that's why Beyonce shit's so heralded and Taylor Swift. You're getting 3.5 hours, the time of a football game, and they're probably giving you whole verses or whole songs. These rappers and these very condensed versions,
dances,
theatrics. He has a full stage, so he's gonna be doing a lot of dancing. So it's gonna be good, but we're gonna forget how many pop hits he had. Of course, we're gonna hear "Oh My God" and all that other shit. But I have a little side question.
Oh My God, but
I mean, but you got to for the white people. That's why he's there. But do you think if Chris Brown, minus if the Rihanna shit never happened, maybe I guess it's an alternate universe. Do you think he would be big as you think he would be? Big
he would have been on his second Super Bowl because I think Beyonce's performing 2, ain't she?
Yeah.
I could have sworn she performed 2. So because she did one with Bruno Mars or something. Like she did like a collab one, and she did it. So I think Chris Brown would be in that tier had it not been for the Rihanna shit. He'd be on his second Super Bowl by now. So, and like I said, we talked about last week how Chris Brown doesn't quite get his flowers, and a lot of these feminists and these new age new blacks like to use his name as a little point getter when it comes to other feminists and overly feminist chicks that do it to the extreme sense. Nothing against feminists, but every group has their extremists. And those extremists, they love to use the likes of a Chris Brown to name drop as he's an abuser of women, because a lot of these people, when they get on the internet, you got to have villains, well-known villains everybody knows, in order to push your agendas and your points. And for a lot of women, everybody knows Chris Brown. So it's easy to repeat the same mistake he made 10 years ago to fuel your point, because it's always going to hit home to people because everybody knows Chris Brown. So my thing is, man, he passed that. Everybody made mistakes. It ain't like he's a serial abuser, even though, well, I don't know, because he did have other cases out.
He has other stuff. Is Jay-Z still over the Super Bowl halftime selection? Because I know Apple runs it. Does Jay-Z still pick it?
Gotta be, because all these acts we getting.
I don't think Usher would have been in the cards if he wasn't.
Maybe.
But I could be wrong.
The Vegas residency does change the level. Like, trust me, a lot of people have Vegas. Like, Britney Spears got one, Blue Man Group, Jab. So it's not that big, but the fact that, like, I know people traveling to Vegas to see Usher at a high number. Black women with money, black dudes with money. We've seen the celebrities there. So once you're in Vegas, you're performing, 5 days out of the week, and people are flooding to see you, I think you're on another level, and I'm happy. I love the last three. I didn't get to see the one with, I didn't get to see the OG one with 50 and all. I didn't personally get to see that. We recorded kind of late. But the last few have been on deck, I would have to say. The weekend one was good, too. So we've been getting a very good selection of halftime shows. I was getting really tired of, like, the Who and AC/DC, because they were just doing really crusty, safe, and white. And I'm like, okay, these niggas is old, and the young people don't give a fuck.
Right.
Now you have to do it where the young people give a fuck, and they've been hitting it on the head.
It's a football game, bro. We all...
Well, it's a football game, but you want to entertain. Like, I remember when Beyonce did it, the ladies like, okay, all the dudes shut up now. We had to shut up during the game. Like, women front and center. That was a whole event, and I was like, but I was like, that's why you get them.
Time.
Yeah, that's why you get a Rihanna, because you're gonna get the people who's like, I'm gonna watch this. Now with Usher, you're gonna see aunties and shit tuning in and tweeting. You're gonna see uncles, grandmas. This is gonna be especially for us. But white people like it, but I like that we can get a little something too.
Right. And I would love to see Beyonce do a third time.
Sexy Red come out?
I would be absolutely disgusted. If Sexy Red is anywhere near the Super Bowl, I'm going to be absolutely disgusted.
With a big herpes bump.
Absolutely
disgusted. Kiss Usher or something.
Did you hear about her little lip gloss line and shit? When the flavors of her lip gloss like gonorrhea and yellow discharge.
I don't think that's real. I don't think that.
It was an interview.
No, she said it. She said it out her own mouth.
I saw it written out.
My thing, she said out her own mouth. I believe it because I believe that she's a fucking plant now. I know
she's like a train, not even like a train. Like she's under hypnosis of like. Damn near AI, like we're gonna see how far we can push this shit now.
You know what's crazy? We just watched They Clone Tyrone and all that shit, and everybody had these think pieces about They Clone Tyrone. But when you talk about manipulation of people and being able to manipulate the masses using the media and social media and artists and rappers and shit, Sexy Red is all the red flags, because it's like, good, I get it, women. Y'all love the ratchet shit, and as much as a lot of niggas want to admit it, a lot of niggas love the ratchet shit and the twerking, a lot of shit too, to a certain extent. Everybody loves the ratchet shit, even white people, to a certain extent. There's entertainment and a culture that comes with the ratchet shit. However, this shit that they got Sexy Red doing, this shit that they got her doing, and the character she's coming across as, it's absolutely disgusting. And I don't know no women like her. Like, see, the reason why I like the Cardis, even though you can expose the flaws and the shit that Cardi does, is I know the Cardi B's. I know the Remy Ma's. I know a Tierra Whack. I know, like, they identify with black women that exist. This Sexy Red is a caricature. She's an exaggeration.
I think that's damn near her shit.
No, I do believe, but they chose her for a reason. But what I'm saying is the shit that she's pushing is like she's taking her hood shit. Don't get me wrong. There's lots of Sexy Red. There's lots of Sexy Reds out there, but she's taking it and she's exaggerating to another level. for clicks and views and whoever the powers that's out.
The whole STD shit. I mean, like you could be as ratchet as you want, but once you cross that
level,
it's just like
what ratchet hoes bragging about STDs?
But that's any.
Come on.
But now I had to, because that's what most rappers do. So she's gonna embellish. But overall, I think the fact that she was hooking up with Suki. What's the Saucy Santana and what's y'all girl name? The singer, the dirty girl,
Summer
Walker. You know that raised her. Like Summer Walker had her and Sukihana like in her like trailer for her album. She's already crossing in these other boards, and she's actually, unfortunately,
she independent, ain't she?
Yeah, I think. But she's slightly like Sukihana's just a freaky. She's more of a character than anything. But
they both
But the whole thing about Sexy Red was like she actually pumped out a lot of music. People know her. People from Chicago know her because she, so she kind of already had a buzz as like this crazy little ratchet ghetto chick. And I think the fact she's really just a black, grimy, less charismatic Cardi. Like it's the same type of natural vibe that I don't like her. I'm tired of seeing her. But when you was talking about like that Ski Wee song is like damn near the football anthem. She was at the Penn State game. She was at all these like. This is big. Every artist is looking. So I'm like, I think when it's that organic, people fuck with it. And now because now people are. D-Herbo's like, I'm just taking a picture with you because I want clout. He said it jokingly, but now if you're with her, you level up. If you hype her up, you level up. And like you said, it goes back to the whole.
And why I just don't. Why do our hot mother? I don't know, bro.
No, you're right.
I just hate how the niggas always have to represent the degenerate shit. We always got to be the representatives of STDs and gangbangers shit and fuck shit.
Crazy,
it's just annoying to me, bro. It's like we got all these talented women. I'm somebody that I listen to a lot of these women. Rappers. My wife, she listens to a lot of female rap, which makes me listen to a lot of female rap. It's so much talent. We got the most talent in female hip hop we ever had as far as like the pool that's out there. But it's just disgusting to me that when the degenerate behavior comes, see the difference with males, you're right. The men do it too, but the difference with men is at least we still have a Kendrick Lamar. At least we still have a Drake. We have our corny niggas, our clean cut niggas, our Chance the Rapper ass gospel niggas, our fake Christian rap Kanye niggas. We have our other niggas that aren't about that. So, so for the boys who don't identify with Chief Keef, they have a JID or somebody to go to. My problem is when the women that are highly influenced by hip hop, and for the most part are only being influenced by mainstream because they're not searching for it or it's only being beamed to their ear. What are the alternatives that they have other than the Nickies, Cardis, Megans, and now Sexy Reds? They need more versatility. That's all.
They have them. That's why sometimes
they're not being pushed.
They have, but they just ain't being pushed.
They're not being pushed.
I think
and whose fault is that?
To be honest, see,
that's not really nobody's fault now because unfortunately, like the whole industry is changing. Like it's going independent now. Like the labels is failing. These artists are popping off by themselves, so it's not really a label pushing them. Like the people, this is what the people want.
Because if Tierra Whack was as big as Sexy Red and got the respect Sexy Red got, I wouldn't mind Sexy Red as much.
We know that's like
I wouldn't mind it as much.
Ladies don't listen to that.
But the fact that we and that's reflective of us as a culture is just like we can't, because I see a lot of us, including myself, but a lot of us get angry at the fact that the Sexy Reds and this WAP and baby mama culture and the thought culture has become the face of what a lot of black women are putting out there now. But we can't be mad at it when that's when we support. It's the same thing I say about the drill and the gangster rap. I forgot who said it, but they were right. They was like, if I made a song and I wasn't talking about killing or hood shit or ratchet shit or whatever, y'all wouldn't stream it. So and now it's to the point where we can't keep blaming the artists. It's what we support. And at the end of the day, we support
artists out here doing other stuff.
Exactly. It's the internet
to support what they want to support.
We have no excuse when degenerate shit is number one on the billboards and number one on the charts. We have no excuse because everybody has YouTube and internet and ability to go get all sorts of artists. And I know all of us, we kind of tend to be not really radio niggas. We're pretty good at kind of.
I don't think anybody's radio people anymore.
Yeah, but they're not radio people, but they're social media people. Meaning they get manipulated. They're still getting manipulated, just not radio. Yeah, a lot of these niggas, they're only listening to what everybody's talking about online. They're not really developing their own musical opinion.
That kind too. Like TikTok is the big reason why a lot of these songs is breaking down. That's true. Like a lot of songs we done heard over the last couple of years went viral on TikTok, and that's how we know. Like even with Sexy Red, like a little clip of hers went viral. Everybody thought it was a joke, and then she blew up.
Well, even the playlist, the record labels control the playlist. So and it's on us, but it's not. And you go on Apple Music or Spotify, or whatever. It's and you go on these playlists, hip hop. It's payola. It used to be payola with the radio, which is illegal, all the way back to Cadillac Records and all the way back to probably the 30s, 20s and shit. But now they're paying and they got the streaming farm. So that's why when you click on, you see what they want you to see. Now, sometimes it's lazy. It's true, but some of it is very like shallow and like lazy when it's just like everybody's the same. Because we know, kind of like you're saying, there's people out there besides like we've been talking about Tierra Whack and Rhapsody for a while, but even as hard as you went on Chica is an elite rapper.
She is an elite rapper.
When you talk about No Name, again, now those people were a little more opinionated. And they kind of push themselves aside, even on the singing note. Like when you see,
before
like Ari Lennox, like some of these women, when you're outspoken, and
what do all those women have in common?
What?
Yeah.
What do all the women you just named have in common though? See, you're right, but another part
I was
of
about to say they're just not conventionally.
No, and
pretty.
they're all, yeah, exactly. And most of them are dark skinned. So like my thing is, and like that's why I put the blame. I put the blame more on us as a people and what we support. Because when you look at the chicas,
people want somebody to look at like, yeah, chick, but like,
no, I'm
Sexy
saying
Red is dark. Like the freaky girls are dark.
Because when it comes to dark skin, we don't mind supporting the dark skin freaky ratchet hoes because that's the subliminal message that we've been.
I think people just
giving.
like titties and sex. It ain't got ratchet like.
No, it is that. But how come? When Miley Cyrus and these other whiter or lighter women do it, it gets shunned on to the point where they have to stop. But when the darker women do it, it gets praised to the point where it's like, I got to keep going.
Because the image of black women is that they hoes. And
exactly. And the darker you are, the more whore behavior they want to support. And don't get me wrong, like I said, everybody, there's whores of all shapes and sizes and colors or whatever.
Black women not hoes.
My problem is I don't like the fact that they're manipulating certain groups to be this and certain groups to be that, and we're not smart enough to differentiate the two. We falling right into it because, like you did say, Colin, they're controlling a lot of the playlists. A lot of the algorithm that we see is being controlled by the powers that be. We don't have a lot of control. So when we see Sexy Red, when I log on Twitter and I see Sexy Red, and I log on Facebook and I see Sexy Red, and I go to YouTube and I see Sexy Red. Best believe that's not by accident. That's not because I'm just a Sexy Red fan. She's been chosen to be placed in our algorithm for a reason. Now, whatever the reason may be, we'll all have our theories. But she's in our algorithm right now for a reason. I think the reasons are sinister. I think there's manipulation tactics at bay, and I feel like we just got to be smart enough as a people because we don't always have to be the face of degenerate shit. I get it. At the end of the day, I tell people, I don't like a lot of nigga behavior, but at the same time, I'll always have a little nigga in me. And when I die, I'm gonna die with a little nigga in me. That's just how it is. So there's a certain little part of me that's gonna enjoy the degenerate, ignorant shit as well. That's just how it goes. However, I don't want that to be the face of my identity. I don't want that to be the first thing you think about me when you see me. I love the twerking. I love the sexual shit from black women. We all love black women. I don't want that to be the first thing you see when you look at a black woman. It's all a twerking ass, over-sexual ass bitch when there's so much more than that. And that's all my gripe is with all of this shit. We don't pay attention to how the media influences how we're viewed as a people. We just always all entertainment. And it's deeper than that.
It's pretty obvious though. Like people, the older I get, I realize that I don't think people really care about that. Like they just want to have a good time. You feel me? Like we all adults. Like ain't nobody stupid. Like we all see what's going on, but people just want to have a good time.
You
don't care about.
Couldn't agree more, Ronnie. Couldn't agree. Everybody just want to have a good time, short term. Everybody's thinking short term. And unfortunately, we living in a generation right now, especially the generation under us, where there's gonna be a lot of older, miserable, fucked up life people. And they don't see it yet, but there's going to be a lot of old, miserable people. So that's why I tell people, if you're in your 30s and 40s right now and you're genuinely happy, protect it at all costs. Because a lot of these older people is miserable now, and they only going to get more miserable because they made stupid-ass short-term decisions early based on this fast, fake life we're living via the internet. But it is what it is, man. On another note, your boy Tyler Perry caught a lot of backlash. I want to talk about him. because he made a statement, and let's talk about it. We were talking a lot about the culture and things that need to be talked about, and I believe Tyler Perry brought up a conversation that's very relevant to the culture, and he basically said, he thinks black women need to consider dating men that don't make as much as them sometimes. Because a lot of times he said he feels like a lot of black women have this standard of they don't want to settle and they need somebody that's making what they make or more. And a lot of times they're passing up on the guys that are treating them well, respecting them, with love them to the end of the earth, die for them. But you don't make more than me, or you don't make X amount. Because what I noticed with a lot of times with black women, and I don't even want to single out black women, but we a black podcast. We're not just black, we everybody podcast, but we talk a lot of black shit. I will talk about all people. I notice when women, right, when they use the word settle, and this is what bothers me, when they use the word settle, 99% of what they're talking about is income-based. When they say, I shouldn't have to settle, 99% of it is because of what somebody makes. So, like, if you're going to say settle, there's so many attributes and factors that a man needs to bring to the table in order to be able to be a good husband. Not just income. You got to be able to provide, yes, but you still got to be a leader. You got to be a stabilizer. You got to be calm under pressure. You got to be able to nurture to a certain extent. You got to be able to organize. You got to be able to, when she's panicking and she gets over emotional and she's going through her shit, you got to be able to calm her down. It's so much stuff. But the man's role in what they consider as settling has all been minimized to income. So what Tyler Perry basically saying is, y'all need to be looking at this from a broader perspective. If a man is checking off all the boxes, and I'm not saying date a bum. We're anti-bum on Why Should I Give It Them. If you don't know that, you should know that by now. We're anti-bum.
Gotta work.
All you non-working broke boys, don't get me started. But all we're saying is everybody don't gotta make.
To go what you're saying. If she don't like him, he not checking all the boxes. Then money's a box.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not. But money is one. No, you're right. But
they
money's one box.
That's the big box.
Stop letting one box. And it is the big box.
The box they trying to check off. Most of them ain't gonna get it though. Unfortunately.
But at the same time, they can't.
Don't tell them that.
And then they turn around and they go with the money who only checks that box, but checks none of the other boxes, and then they're surprised when they get treated like shit. That's the issue. It'd be different if y'all actually respected multiple boxes. But every time I hear this settle word, it's income based. And half of the time y'all going in with it, like we watched this RIP to the Fresh and Fit podcast. I think they're still on YouTube, but they're just not monetized no more or whatever happened to them. Making more money than us, so I can't hate.
Videos,
right. Making more money than us, so I can hate. Shout out to them. But they have that female delusional calculator, and I love it. Because what they do is they ask all these questions to women about what kind of man do they want and the requirements they have for a man that they would marry or be with seriously. And then they use the U.S. Census and tracking devices, whatever, to be able to tell this women what percentage of men actually meet their requirements. And the large number of women, they're looking for a man that's either the 1% or less. So you're talking about settling, but you're settling for the 1%. You're settling for a life of loneliness, finding somebody who's very rare to find. You're settling for finding a 4-leaf clover when there's a guy right there with a bouquet of roses waiting for you. I want a 4-leaf clover. You're the one that's really settling when you're talking this anti-settle shit. You're settling. So I just feel like Tyler Perry wants black women to be real lit. Black women are in an interesting dynamic, though, because they're the one demographic where a lot of the black women are making more money than their counterparts.
That's not true.
They're not. I'm not like a lot of them are not more than, but more than other demographics. The numbers are way more lopsided in other races than it is for blacks. And blacks,
it's no race of women.
It's a lot closer. They're not, but in blacks it's a lot closer than them. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot closer. The salary cap is a lot closer. So a lot of these women a lot of these black women who have good jobs, a lot of these black women who have their shit together, they're like, look, I make $100,000 a year. If you ain't making at least $200,000, don't even talk to me. But the percentage of black men who make $200,000 is very small. So they're cutting their little pool in half to a small percentage. So all I'm saying is, once again, we don't promote broke boy activity on Why Should I Give It Down. If you're broke, get your funds together, then go seek somebody. Okay, get your funds together before fun. Okay, don't be going out. You ain't got you got the bill is $200. You can't pay it. Stay at home. But for those who are making money and making it decently, if you're making a dateable wage, that's what's called a dateable wage. You're making a dateable wage. Then sometimes y'all just need to put y'all money together and stop worried about what everybody making. Because if you're making $120,000 a year and let's say he makes 65,
and he disqualified.
He's disqualified.
That's
65,000 a year because you make one. But then now y'all bringing almost 200,000 a year together.
But she made double than him.
Hold on. But now y'all making almost $200,000 a year. So my thing is, if a man and then Brizzy, she's out there. I'll reiterate her point since she's not in the mic. In Milwaukee, there's not a lot of guys that's making 65,000. Period. There's not a lot of guys. The average income from a bachelor degree making person in Milwaukee is $40,000 a year.
Well,
that's what it's $40,000 a year.
That's what shocked me because
$40,000 a year. So therefore, and most niggas ain't got no degree.
Most people got shit degrees. That's what it is. Fine arts and
that's true.
But
STEM
if
degrees.
you got a degree, you only making 40,000. You in debt.
But what's the
degrees that make more?
What's the degree in though? People throw degree out, but what's your degree?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of degrees is just a debt trap to get you in debt. Then just to say I got a degree.
Well, all I'm saying is
$40,000 job and you in debt now when you could have just went to work. And then in them years, you could have been making more than that.
Possibly, depending on what the work is.
Well, I think another thing people need to pay attention to is location matters.
And then she made more than that easily too. So I think the whole degree argument is kind of lopsided sometimes when a lot of people degrees is just debt traps. Like, good you got your education, but just because you got a degree, it's other ways you could have got educated and made more money. So
I mean,
it's all perspective. Like,
there's money out there to get whether you got a degree or not.
Yeah,
degree doesn't. You don't need a degree to make money. All I'm saying is, I think location matters too. In Milwaukee, like Breeze was talking about, in Milwaukee, not a lot of people. The average income is low, so anybody making 65,000 in Milwaukee is actually living a decent life. Most niggas ain't making 60-something thousand anymore. So if you find somebody making 60-something thousand in Milwaukee, then you actually coming up because most niggas ain't making that. So, but in New York, if you're making 60-something thousand, you're a chump right down there. Like, you're barely getting a 1-bedroom apartment with that. So location does matter when it comes to income as well. But all I'm saying is, everybody that's making less than you ain't broke unless you broke. Think about that. Everybody that's making less than you ain't broke unless you broke. So if you making a decent amount of money, just because you making 100,000, I mean, if a nigga making 90,000, you ain't fucking with him. Let me know. I mean, 100,000. And the thing about it is that when we go into a relationship, if we making more money, that's seen as a given. That's expected as our role. Yeah. That's the reason why I don't be liking it. That's the reason why I don't like the equality talks either. Because when a guy is making more money, it's seen as that's what we're supposed to do. You're the man. You're supposed to bring in the money. But when a woman is making more money, it's, I don't want to settle. Well, what if niggas did that? What if niggas said, well, I'm not settling. If you ain't making as much as me, bye. A lot of you chicks would be homeless. A lot of you chicks because a lot of y'all chicks is broke. That's why. Don't get me wrong. And I want to separate the chicks out. If you getting money, you women that's out here getting money, I applaud. Y'all can have y'all standards. But right now, we have to focus in on you broke hoes. That's talking about a nigga supposed to make this, nigga supposed to make that, and all you bring it to the table is some pussy. Pussy free, bitch.
It's just really bad. It's really bad money management. Like, we all adults. Like, if you can't manage your money, then, a lot of people don't manage their money well. If you look at consumer debt, the facts there, it's consumed by mostly ladies, unfortunately. You feel me? College debt, mostly ladies, unfortunately. You feel me? And the whole gender wage gap between black people, they not making more than us, unfortunately. Like, they've been told they have, but they not. The facts don't back it up. So I be hearing like a lot of their arguments, like they want a stable man, but a lot of the arguments is based out of lies. Like, even Tyler Perry's statement was a lie when he started off, that he said a black woman make more. He set up the environment that the men is beneath the women in our community.
That's because he wants to be a woman, but that's a different. That's a different. We won't go down that rabbit hole.
I agree.
I just know. I know a lot of good marriages. I know a lot of married people, and to me, the best marriages and the most successful marriages are those who kind of treat their marriage almost like a business, meaning they got money going into one pot. Yeah. So once we become a married couple, it's about
it's all our money.
Yeah, it's about us building our net worth together. So like even right now. If I woke up, my wife was making $1 million a year. Well, shit, give me an apron and call me nanny because I'm gonna do what I have to do to support the home, and because that would be my business. Yeah. That'll be my business role, a part of the business.
That's beta male activity.
Hey, and I'll be baiting it to the bank. You can bet it. You can open my beta account up there, shit, and swiping my beta card. So. That's all I'm saying, like, because it's a business. That's the
whole thing too. Like a lot of men willing to take that role, and like
if it's necessary,
it's been told like if you make more, like, and he don't, then he's less than you. And it's just not true. You feel me?
And a lot of women aren't good at projections.
I think a lot of men are wanting to take that role. Now we are living in a city boy. This is a new era now. This is the era of the hardworking woman. Oh. This is the era of the male that is playing house. I hate to say it.
I agree. I do agree with that.
They're laying up and they're playing house.
That's absolutely right.
They're having kids. They're laying up. They're paying house. They don't have custody of these kids, so they aren't suffering the consequences that the single mothers have to face.
We call those
custody. I mean, it's just not like
we call those SoundCloud.
When you said like custody is as simple as the mom going to the court and agreeing to do everything split. The whole arguments, of course, come from the dysfunction. So if a father fighting for his kids and the mother want to send him through that, that's a different conversation. So, and if a nigga don't pay child support, he got to pay it eventually. You can't get out of that. So
get a lawyer.
He still held
get a lawyer. This is a woman's state. You know that. This is get a lawyer state.
You say that, but you never fought for your kids.
Get a lawyer.
Your perspective is skewed.
Get a lawyer.
You have a biased perspective.
David Gruber.
I mean,
I don't think you do baby mama drama.
He can send you to a
referral.
The thing about the state. I'm just saying.
Well, the one thing about it is skewed for the woman in court.
I done been through it. I done came through it, and you have to follow through and fight.
If you have a history or a record, it is going to be a little bit harder for you to get full custody. So take that in mind when you get a lawyer.
Thank God I ain't dealing with.
Well, that's one thing niggas don't.
People don't realize that.
Getting full custody ain't that simple.
The men with the records and the straight cut men aren't typically the men out here having a bunch of kids out of wedlock. It's the felons. It's the niggas with the records. Those are the ones that are not showing the court. That are not showing up to court. Am I wrong? A nigga who got his shit together is getting a lawyer.
But that's not the image of.
But how'd you have a baby with somebody who's so retarded and deadbeat? That's not the image
of black fathers.
Men don't know their rights. That's another thing too. So.
Nice dodge.
Nice dodgeball, but hey,
nice dodgeball.
That went through it.
No, both of y'all are right though.
Had to go through it and had to go through the fight. Like it's just not that simple.
But look, Ronnie. Both of y'all are right. Ronnie, you're one of the rare ones.
We're going out every weekend. We have money to get lawyers. We're
Ronnie,
not broke.
You're one of the rare ones who.
Nobody on the podcast is broke.
It's not about.
We can get a lawyer.
Ronnie, you're one of the rare ones who's fought for your kid and fought that fight. But you gotta understand, Ronnie, most niggas aren't like you. Most niggas aren't fun to do all of this shit. So you gotta understand, you one of the how many? Let me ask you this question: how many niggas do you know that's did the things that you did?
I know several. I would disagree with that. I would say that the image of black fathers ain't trying to make it be out to be. I would disagree with that.
I respect his opinion because it's always focused on the deadbeat dads instead of like I know manipulative moms who, of course, again, the woman's state is possible because it's really hard. I know not from experience, but family experience. How Ronnie's saying like, we should have no job, bad history, and you still get the kids.
But how many niggas are felons and they're not telling you, and they're like, oh, I can't see my kids.
I don't know what niggas.
I'm just asking.
He not. It's a fact though. When you become a felon, you lose rights to your kids. When you go to prison, you lose rights.
But then that's why.
I'm not saying that's right. But
if you're a felon, you need a better lawyer.
When is this guy hypothetically a felon? After the baby or before the baby? Okay, but
when
is this happening? Why are you having a baby? Nobody answered that. Why are you having a baby with felon retard niggas?
Well, I mean, we can keep on going back to the chicken and the egg scenario, but at the end of the day.
Well, we don't want to do that.
That's not. We always.
I had a baby with a guy who was a felon.
Like we talk about that all the time, but what we're talking about now, Colin, is we're talking about
I had a kid with him.
After the baby is had, when you got your shit, and you can't be crying about custody and crying about I can't see my kid, and you're a drug dealer that doesn't have a lawyer, but you have the new
Yeezys
on. That's all I'm saying.
A lot of those niggas. Wait, those niggas aren't crying for their kids though.
A lot of them are though.
Crying.
A
They're
lot of them
faking
are.
on the net.
They're not
A
crying.
lot of them are.
Bro, them niggas is happy.
I know.
They don't gotta do it. They're crying because they don't want.
Every hood nigga is not a deadbeat.
Niggas be low key happy of their part-time father requirements. Trust
That's a lot of niggas, but
it's fun being a weekend dad. Don't let it fool you.
No, I know. I definitely know, and that's on both. That's with moms and dads. Even more moms now than with the booty hole brown culture. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of hood niggas. I know a lot of these little fake ass Tupac Shakur ass niggas on my thing. That's they keeping me from a child, and the system is against me, and all that. But they're leaving off sauce on their part. They're leaving off little shit. Like I said, now Ronnie, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that's fighting on the other shit. It goes both ways, but whatnot. But at the end of the day, more niggas need to know the law. More niggas need to know the shit. If you're even a female, if you're in a female state,
that's the ultimate fact. Like, you stop having kids out of the way. Like, I learned the hard
exactly.
way, like, that's the only way to do it. If you don't want to do it that way, you don't believe in marriage, you shouldn't have kids.
Precisely. Like I said, once you have kids and you done have your kids sprinkled all over the damn place, like then you get what you get after that. I don't feel nobody.
In that situation, you just fucking up in life. You a fuck up. You just got multiple kids, multiple baby mamas, multiple baby daddies. Like, y'all learn eventually. Like, it's not gonna be easier.
We gotta stop rewarding and giving sympathy to reckless dick and pussy behavior. Like, we gotta stop it. Like, because you get what you get,
and
especially if you're a criminal with reckless pussy dick behavior.
Fathers need to be aiming for 50-50. They need to be aiming for 50-50 custody. 50-50
to the courts, they don't grant that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you never been.
There's normally reasons why it's not granted. Whether it's your dwelling place, whether it's your job history, it has a lot to do with it because I go to court for it. The same exact reason. So.
Right.
I mean, it seems like y'all both know something about it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You said she don't know your angle, but she knows the other
father can
angle.
request 50-50. The mother can request.
Because me personally,
if you do 50-50, then she gonna lose all her extra benefits, taxes.
That's right.
There's what benefits are there? The only benefit you get for having primary replacement is some fucking food stamps.
Most women need food stamps.
We don't.
You'd be surprised. No, you don't need them, Breezy. A lot of chicks will give up their rights for the stamps.
But we rather have. But most women will tell you they rather have the father involved doing their 50%. Most women will tell you they'll take the 50% over the food stamps.
They need the extra assistance to get by because that shit ain't cheap. If they didn't have it, they won't be able to afford it by themselves.
But it's crazy because as a father, if you could prove that you could afford it and have full custody of the children, you could have that.
You still gotta prove.
But you got to prove that you make more money than the woman is what you have to prove. Primary placement is given to who makes the most money. Period.
Breezy, you're not wrong, but I don't think you're
I'm not wrong, am I not?
I've made more money than my kids' mom since my kids been born. It's not how it works.
It does. It goes to who makes the money, and it also goes to who has the house.
Can we get a timeout? Can we get a timeout?
Who's taking the kids to and from work?
I think y'all both.
It sounds like y'all fighting over some.
No, hold on. Because I think y'all both putting y'all personal situation too much in the equation, and y'all not.
Somebody who doesn't have full custody. You have somebody who does have full.
But
I'm on the side of the 50-50 placement. You're on the side of the joint.
So there's no way for me to get full unless I can prove that she's an unfit mother. So all that
you can prove that you're just as fit as the mother. Yes, you can.
Here's the thing.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
with a lawyer, you can do that.
Normally during a timeout, let's reset. Let's reset.
I'm about to say that we need to cut.
See, I feel like you're underestimating your rights. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you've settled. I'm not saying that you're not capable of having full custody, but I feel like you just have to fight a little bit harder. That's all.
I'll be cutting this off, so I'm not cutting.
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
This will be edited. Anyway, let's go on to the next topic. One of the good topics we had I love the topics that's hypothetical situations. Every once in a while, you get an elite hypothetical situation. I love hypotheticals, especially when you're smoking, drinking, and you got your brain going in 1,000 miles per hour each way. And one of the hypothetical situations that came across that I thought was pretty crazy was if you could star in any TV show, any TV show that ever came out, what TV show would you star in? And what role would you have in that show? I feel like that's a dope ass line. And that's crazy. I can't lie. I can't pick one. Because I got a couple out the game.
You wouldn't want to be.
I can't do one.
You want to be JJ in Good Times?
Hell, I don't want to be nowhere near Good Time. I'm not doing no broke nigga shows.
He got one of the greatest catchphrases of all time.
Nah,
famous.
I'm not doing no broke nigga.
Dynamite. You be like in a Super Bowl commercial 40 years after your prime.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you what the first show that came to mind for me.
The Bunny Ranch show.
Absolutely not. The first show I would love to be on The Wire. I want to be like a drug dealer nigga who comes up, goes over the top, ends up having to get murked at the end, go out in a blaze of glory. Like
God, that's niggas' problem now. Everybody want to be.
You could do that in real life, shit.
No, that's why I don't want to do it in real life. I want to do it in show form.
And you get smoked season 4.
Right, and the other show, I would want to be on Walking Dead too, man. I always wanted to be on the zombie shit, man, and be one of the surviving niggas. Me and my wife,
zombie nightmares.
That shit just be fun because I always talk about zombie shit, and it'd be cool because you get kind of a cult following because everybody's any show where there's people dying week to week or you never know when people are gonna survive. Yeah, you get that cult following because people just want you to live and. It's a nice little, shit.
But I do kind of get sad when characters get killed off, not for the character, but for them in real life. Because now on Instagram, they kind of show like, it's like the last rap part. It's like, well, I'm not gonna be in the crew no more. I got killed. That is kind of like, damn. This nigga, he had a little family. It's fun. Now
and let's separate.
Job, nigga.
When we do this, let's separate series and sitcoms. Let's do a series and because I think sitcoms is a whole different kind of category. Is the series? Series is more down there like. Chopped up movies and shit, but then you got sitcoms that's like a whole different show type of vibe. What would you be in, Ronnie?
Sitcom, Fresh Prince for sure. You know what I mean?
Is Empire a sitcom?
Empire.
I would consider.
I want to be Jamal, man.
See, when I think of a sitcom, I think of like motherfuckers that got like a plate, like a set. You're on a.
Eric had a watch party out there.
Yeah,
sitcoms got like the main 2 or 3 sets.
That shit was crazy. It's crazy.
Like when you watch House of Pain or something, they're in the same house, the same set. You watch Martin, they got the same apartment set. They got a couple of sets, but sitcoms is like a main set and some subsets and shit. Not like a whole production movie. It's 2 different things.
I like to just be on. It's a lot. I just want to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I just want to be one of Larry. I don't know if I want to be Leon. He a little too coonish. He like a Sylvester the Cat spitting and shit like that. But if I could just be one of his cool, I would guess I had to be fictionally rich. Right. But if I could just be in the show and just talk shit, we could complain, get in the bullet and banter. I would do that. I like that. That's Flavor of Love. Can I do that? I could be Flavor Flav.
Oh, you gonna be one of the chicks fighting for his love?
Oh yeah, you did.
What your nickname? You Yellowbone.
You made a hotline. I made a hot song. But no,
I'm gonna name you Yellowbone.
No, there's way other reality shows I'll be on. Like if I could just be on Jersey, if I could be the one nigga, fake Italian nigga on Jersey Shore, I would do that.
Oh, that should be funny. The nigga with the like.
Dude?
No, he talking about the nigga who had like the spiky ass hair all the time.
Pauly D. I could be
Pauly D. I know Pauly D was swimming in
he was like low key like 30 when that first. He was like really old, but it worked.
Like 50 now.
Yeah, it works because he DJs around the world. So
he getting it in. That shit funny as a bit. Yeah, that shit. But you just strike me as you just gave me another category. What reality show would you go on if they could pay you $1 million a year to be on a reality show? Breezy, since you're on the sideline, you're chirping in. Most of these reality shows cater to black women. If I could give you $1 million deal, you can go on any reality show you want. What show would you go on?
Shit, put me on for a meal. You put me on anything. Love in Milwaukee.
Love in Milwaukee.
You ain't getting no $1 million for that.
You doing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? But mind you, hey, don't forget though. You could do like Survivor. You could do like the Love Is Blind. You don't have to do the drama. But
I'm trying to do
at least for Love and Hip Hop, you don't got to do tasks. You just be bad and throw drinks on bitches.
Ooh, maybe I would be on like. I would love to be like a judge on like the X Factor or something like America's Got Talent. I think that'll be kind of
nice little cat.
I want to be on prime time. I'm trying to be on ABC or something. Give me a check.
That's a nice little loophole.
But everybody be like, who the fuck is this? Like, you got to have some type of... I'm saying you would have to be famous or something. At least these other shows, you could just be like, it's like, okay, breathe.
They give you like a little made-up biography just to justify it. Like, Breezy, a choreographer,
accredited songwriter, right?
Love and Hip Hop Burlai might be a better option for you.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Burlai.
I want a little chicken.
Cactus Club edition and shit. Nah. That'd be the Ronnie, what reality show would you be in? Because I'm going with College Hill.
Oh.
Yeah, College Hill.
Like, I'll switch it up. Like, give me one of them white shows and maybe the main host like that Bret Michaels dating show. Fuck Flavor of Love.
I'm about to say, I'm surprised you ain't gonna say The Bachelor or something. Have all the hoes on you.
Nah, give me the white hoes.
You got that's ABC.
You said give me the white hoes.
VH1, you can be a little crazy. Yeah, give me the
You going black for that? They got little black reality shows for that. You talking about give me the white hoes?
We might got to change the name too. Hey,
You funny dog.
I don't think I would do a dating show.
The dating show is a little complicated, but them dating show motherfuckers be getting famous as fuck.
The I Love Money show. Y'all remember that show?
Yeah,
that
I
show
remember
was
that
cracking.
Yeah.
Would there be any game shows that y'all wanted to ever get on?
Family Feud.
Family Feud like a motherfucker. I want to bust a white family ass.
Right. I fuck with the Price is Right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I just, one thing about Family Feud is like when they win or lose, the sportsmanship and how they're able to like keep their composure. I just see myself overly celebrating, slamming shit, flexing and shit, having to be told to calm down. That's the only thing.
That's
Like,
gonna be you when y'all win the car. Shit, I told you.
Soon as niggas get that, you had to get the 150 points to get the extra
when you
bonus.
get 149, I want to see the flexing then. And you
149, I'm disgusted.
You're blaming your uncle Randy.
I'm disgusted. I'm calling them sweet. You know how? Because normally when they lose, they just get. They just I'm over there. All you see is me just neck moving like. You don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? Something inappropriate.
When I worked at a hotel, they did a casting there. So they really go off, you do practice rounds, so they do go off like scoring how well you did, but they really go off energy. And it was kind of annoying because it was people just like overly turning up and I was like, well, that's what they want on TV. So like off top, people like Family Feud, I'm like, first off, just to selecting the other 4 people. Yeah, everybody, I'm like, I'm not just picking random cousins. Y'all niggas dumb. That's already a selection. Then I'm like, you also have to be a little lively too. So I'm like, it would be a very hard selection.
Smart and entertaining.
You have to be. That's why they be over the top ghetto and they be saying stupid shit. Name 3 things you, my wife. They be saying stupid, like, you ain't that dumb, niggas. But you're viral, so.
Yeah, that viral shit be diluting a lot of the pool, man. But Breezy did have the loophole with the judges shit. Because I would, to be a judge on some shit, I always wanted to be like because one thing, the judges I hate the most, but I would love to do it if I was doing it, but I hate it watching somebody else doing it, is the cooking show judges. Because I'm like, who the fuck are you to say what's nasty and what's not? Like, I can see if they completely butcher something. But if they're making something,
world-renowned chefs, world-renowned chefs, they not normal niggas.
But I'm saying
from the crib.
Everybody's taste buds is different. I just don't understand how. They're
the top of the top.
There's been a couple of times where I felt like the chefs, like a black person made a dish and they made it in the nigga way.
Yeah, well, and guess what? We don't do nigga dishes at Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
Tyrone,
Chef
get the
Bobby
fuck out.
Flay is
well,
not.
Well, give me my own show called Nigga Kitchen. Then, like I said, we're making. So I make my own shit. We'll be making straight steaks, ribs.
But that's like you being a dunk
contest. Overcooked ass steak.
That's like you in a dunk contest. You don't like the scores. Like, who is Dr. J? Who is Vince Carter? It's like, I'm Gordon Ramsay, nigga. I don't like this shit. Because I like Kitchen Nightmares, and I thought the same way, too.
Here's my thing, though.
I was like, how you going to go to, like, Alabama and say this bitch green bads?
No, he know how to cook that shit.
But he know how to cook it, and then when I go to see the reviews, the niggas like, that shit nasty. So I'm like, I kind of got to take that away.
That's
but
different.
I understand.
But what I'm saying is, Colin, you make some great steak tacos. We had your steak tacos. You know how to make it great, right? So we've all confirmed. Maybe we need to revisit that conversation after. Right? But that's another conversation.
But if a Mexican nigga said this shit trash,
no, we're not talking about a Mexican because that's different. I'm saying if everywhere you go, everybody like, oh, you make great steak tacos, and then you make them for Gordon Ramsay or something, and he's like, oh, this is trash. This is overcooked. Does that mean your shit is trash, or does that mean it's just not his based on his? Because like you said, they're like world-renowned chefs. So
it would mean that niggas was being nice to me, or he just got a higher palate. He probably had steak tacos from around the world. I worked in kitchens, so I'm like, trust me, if it was regular niggas like us or just niggas who got a little kitchen and shit like that, because I realized a lot of people can't cook as good as they think they can.
Let's be honest.
And especially in restaurants, like you got to think, you're charging niggas for this. Yeah, I can cook random shit for you. It's when now you want to work in this kitchen and you want to actually have people pay 100% markup. So that I get what you're saying, but it's a little different level. But everybody think they can cook for each other. Like my dad can cook. He could probably sell his food. But I know people who can make little plates and shit. I'm like, well, if I'm really hungry and high at your house, I'll eat. I'm not paying you $17 for this dry ass bread.
Like he not gonna like judge it like he a professional. Like the
Most
shit
of the time,
might just not be that hit.
no, most of the time they
If
don't
you
even.
cooking for Gordon Ramsay, you're getting top tier steak.
Right.
Tacos.
But here's the
He
thing.
got all the ingredients you need to make the best of the best.
Most of the time they don't say,
But if
"Oh,
he's
this is
coming into-
nasty."
As long as
though.
you don't make it overly well done, you're fine. Should
Most
still
of the
be
time
paid.
they critique like, "Oh, well," they don't say it's nasty. Like most of the time they'll tell them like it's good, but it's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
it's not moist enough," or it's not. It's like little
It be
small.
little
Because
shit,
let's be
yeah.
honest, these people that's on these shows, they're elite. They're on the show for a reason. So they're all making good shit. But you have to kind of nitpick because it's a competition.
But elite is relative. Like elite to a nigga in Detroit is different from a nigga who got
That's
30.
all- and that's
got
what
30
I'm
niggas.
saying.
But maybe you need to stay in your little hole in Detroit and don't try to come to the big dogs out in LA. New York. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you have a little mom and pop food truck and the locals like it, but it may like everybody
But
saying Bun B. People say Bun B burgers is good, so you'll see it more across where. Now, if Gordon Ramsay said this shit trash, I have to take a look at it. It's just certain
But
people.
if the whole South is saying it's good, then I
But
say fuck
if
what
I
Gordon
make
Ramsay
if I
said.
make a song and y'all like it, and then Pharrell's like, the beat is off, I'm like, oh.
But
shit.
it goes platinum. Fuck Pharrell. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying Pharrell's not a musical genius, and you shouldn't take his shit
that's
under
true,
consideration.
Well, of course, anything.
But the numbers speak more than
That's
the
not.
experts.
But that's not true either. Because dumb shit go platinum. That don't mean it's good.
I'm
Niggas,
saying if
Baby
it
Shark
works.
went platinum. That's a terrible.
But if it works, then the opinion to me
fucking
is,
with that
is
shit.
everything you saying is right. The only thing is like, if it's a contest, I get it. Like you're gonna get the, and he's really nice. Like if you want to see the nicest Gordon Ramsay, you gotta watch the kids chopped or whatever. That he don't even snap on them. I don't like that. I like kitchen. See, I like.
he a little hard on him, but
Yeah, but
he's
he's
a
pretty.
little.
See, y'all like
If
Hell's
you watch
Kitchen.
his
I like
shit,
Kitchen
too, from
Nightmares.
England with no
Yeah.
music.
Oh,
He
no,
be-
no,
He
he's
be real
not.
chill type shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
he
he's.
don't be
I
going too
like
hard.
Kitchen Nightmares because those are people who own bad places and they think they can cook. That's
like
what,
that.
that's what I like.
Oh,
That's
so
the
okay,
best.
that's
When
different.
nigga-
I gotta
I'm
check
glad
that
they brought
out.
that shit
What?
back.
You
They
kind of been
brought it back.
undefeated with the shows, Colin. So I gotta
Oh,
take.
you gotta watch
Hey,
Kitchen
no,
Nightmares.
Don't
Yeah.
start with Ramsey. I'm telling you, you gonna
No, I'm talking about whatever the one he was talking about with
Watch
the
Kitchen Nightmares.
yeah.
They go to Felon Restaurants. It's coming back out this week. They go to Felon Restaurants. He
Talk
tastes
about
the
felons.
food. He put his shit on there, but
Talk
it's always
hella
a
shit.
strident cook. Like nigga, I learned in Mexico to do the raw trash. I love it. 'Cause I be telling y'all
It
niggas.
be looking weak
Kitchen
too.
be
Yes,
dirty
bro,
and
y'all
shit.
food be fucking weak. Like, stop trying to rape niggas.
Some of this shit do be weak though. But if the people loving it, I go off the people. Now, if you having mixed reviews and an expert telling you no, this not hitting, I think you need to listen to the expert.
Well, you know they're filming Top Chef here in Milwaukee secretly.
They
Going around, and it's a couple restaurants that went there, and then we had a guy that was in Hill's
Yeah,
Kitchen.
we gotta leave- we gotta
Egg and
leave.
Flour. It's a pasta spot. He owned the spot at the Crossroad Collectives. Like, so it's cool having someone like his pasta was kind of good, his pizza was good. He does private dinner, so it is kind of seeing levels. Like even working with chefs, I know some people who curated full menus. Now some niggas, you're a chef, but you just got the hat, and you don't really got it yet. So it's just levels, but I get it, Eric. Who are you? You would always be like, who are you? And then you got to flash a resume. Like, let's have a cook.
I get it, and I respect. Like I said, I respect.
kill your Mac.
I respect experts in their field. Like I said, I'm not a basketball player at all. If I'm playing against Steph Curry and I'm shooting threes, and he telling me, "Hey, you need to flicker, or you need to do this, this, and this," I'm listening to Steph Curry.
What if you were filming a porn and Brian Pumper was like your foreman's off?
I'm listening to Brian Pumper. Like I'm switching my format.
Gordon Ramsay. Seems like more of a race thing.
No, I
That's
think
what I'm doing.
it's if it were, it's different. But at the same time, if this move is making her bust every time, and he's telling me, "Oh, this not," fuck him then.
Sometimes you gotta
My
let
move
the
is down packed already.
But he's like, this is
Exactly.
on
He be
camera.
like-
It don't look right.
Let me show you how to stroke.
I don't care how it looks. I'm all about effect. I don't care how it looks. Okay, we don't.
People
we don't-
watching from the outside sometimes have a better view. You gotta just pay
Eric,
attention.
you gotta be one for criticism, man. You're a little stubborn.
No, when it comes to that, like I said, it's all about impact, effect, body movements. Like we don't got time for the opinions are irrelevant. Okay, so they're doing it like, hey, what the Oregon coach say? Like they're doing it for clicks.
You're doing it to win.
They're doing the clicks. I'm doing it to win the game. Shit. So, anywho, it brings me to my next question that I thought was pretty funny. My next hypothetical before we get up out of here. I was gonna get some Nicki Minaj slander in, but we may not have that much time because I don't want to go on a whole tangent with her and her goons that she's sending out.
She got like 30 of them too.
No, don't get me started. But we're not going to go there. What we're going to talk about is another hypothetical because I thought this was an interesting question. If you had a chance to get reincarnated, right? We done already lived this life. You old and gray to live this life, you're gone. You get reincarnated, but you come back. You have a choice. You can either be born into a poor black family or a white family with money. But then you'll have to be white. Which one are you taking?
White. I
know what it's like being a nigga. I know what it's like being a broke nigga. So I kind of feel you on that.
Come back. Do you got your memories of your past life or no?
You just a white.
Do you got your memories of past life now?
Damn. See, y'all asked me this before the show. Y'all know what I said, but I might got to see what the white milk tastes like for the one time.
Hey, Peter. Hey, John.
Ronnie, you don't get you a white girl. You been kind of a little hinting like, hey, I'm telling you, it's a lot of niggas,
I ain't gonna lie.
women.
I think it's
you know what song?
Can I say this? A lot of this little black man, white man haters, a lot of people start realizing there's other shit out here. So instead of just doing it, it's like this big argument. Go get you some white pink meat. Go get you some white titty milk and leave a little race shit out. We're done.
Get you some Nestle Quick. I know that's
what
you
you want. Get you a little Mexican dude. Get you a little packy girl and
strawberry Nestle Quick, Ronnie. I know that's what you want.
Free your mind from the shambles. We all interracial 2025.
Hey, the song that keep coming in my head, bro, is that what's the dudes that all my life I've been broke, but it really don't matter no more. That's the song that'll be playing as you're traveling in space and time to your broke black future and shit. Just a slow motion. But they wonder why we act this way. We fucked up, man. And then if you go to the other one, it'd be wide. I don't know what I'll do. That's a hard decision.
You said you was picking black. You was
like,
white people don't got soul. They weak.
I'll bring the soul from my inner dimension.
I don't know. Like,
I'm biased. I feel like I would slit my wrist if I woke up white. But that's just me. I don't know.
If you woke up white now, but if you was born white, you wouldn't.
And it's hard for me to imagine a life not knowing me wanting to be a nigga. I don't know.
You riding to private school in Maybachs.
Just because you're born broke don't mean you got to stay broke. Like I said, you can get. But at the same time, we can't ignore the
advantages. I want a head start. I'm tired of running a race with a ball and chain.
Can't ignore the advantages of a
head start. I want to run a race with a jetpack.
Looking like Stacey Dash in no time.
We just call that the sperm lottery. That's all. Some people just lucky.
Now, what if there's a guarantee with a caveat added, so we can turn our answers back in? Guarantee though that if you go white, guarantee that absolutely no ass and no titties, absolute dick 1 inch. Would you still miss?
That's ridiculous. Less than 1 inch?
2 inches. White girl booty. 2 inches worth of meat. Ronnie, are you still making that decision?
So are you saying we got like
little booties matter?
Me and Ronnie got white girl booty and titties too, or I'm confused.
No.
I'm walking around like Hank Hill.
Well, I mean, a lot of these white dudes, that's how they be walking around looking like fucking lesbians, looking like Ellen. Half of these white boys look like Ellen, so I'll say, I don't know.
Well, you know they do have the new lengthening system. You can get an extra 2 inches.
Yeah, I mean, you got money, so you have enough money to get surgery. So if you born into money, you can get a little extension surgery. Get your white meat extended.
Talking reincarnation, it's gonna be at least probably like 80 years from now. Might be some futuristic dicks.
Your parents are futuristic dicks.
But I'm saying your parents, like, you can kind of choose the eye color. Your parent might be like, you know what, I want my son to have a big schlong. Add it on to him. Fuck it. We not gonna have him out here.
Because to me, and if it's futuristic, that could be.
That's crazy.
Because for me, it's the genetics.
It sound pervy, but it's like, hey, I want my nigga to be. I want my nigga.
Y'all are banking on adjustable futuristic dicks. Got it. Noted. Okay. I can't.
Bro, you gotta think about it, bro. They
get you a purebred nigga, ladies.
They ain't gave the men no surgeries yet.
Look, I'm not hating on y'all.
Some niggas with that European mix.
Y'all will be blowing. Look, y'all will be spraying rain in my face in your Lamborghini while I'm waiting on the bus to get to work. So I get it. Like, I'm not worried. But I need the genetic. I can't go. The genetics is big for me. So that's just my personal. But I don't.
Ladies.
Here you go with this shit again. But it's gonna be. Never mind, man.
What? Wait, Ronnie. Why did you take big? Wait, we're not talking. Like, you're the one who just took big out of my shit. I said genetics are big for me. That's all I said.
Oh yeah. I know where he's going with this.
That's not what I was going with. I'm just saying genetics are big for me.
You don't want another BBC.
Well, so that's your personal BBC inner shit. That's had nothing to do with me. So, end of the day, ladies, gentlemen, blacks, whites, what would you do? I want to know if it was the opposite way. I want to know. I wish we had a white person because I want to know. I want to know would a white person rather come back white or to a black family with money? I would love to know that. If there's any white people that are out there that are willing to
go into a black family with money, like I can answer for them.
A decent amount. There's a lot of motherfuckers that rather be.
I want to try it
because black people can't have. White people can't handle being broke. White people can't handle.
They say that now. Shit, they say it now.
Because when I see black bums and I see the white bums, like the white bums look like they're just having a much harder time out there. Like it's just like they're just not built to handle that rock bottom shit. You know,
don't nobody believe white people can go broke. So
but they also don't be out here trying to flex. They'll gladly wear their Walmart outfits.
That's true. It's a little harder for them to be a bum when you going to Walmart for your fit. Even Bill Gates has a Walmart fit on, so it's a little harder for them to go broke. But end of the day, I just want to know, everybody, if you got reincarnated, what matters more to you? Being able to maintain your racial identity and component that you got now, or being able to be born with that head start, be born with that something that a lot of us black people, we don't get. We born 2 generations behind. And like I said, like I always say with black people, the number one thing that's fucked up about our situation is most black people are born into a situation where they have to take care of their parents. So we're going backwards. We're not paying it forward so the next generations can be fine. We're going backwards and whatnot. So it's a little harder, but shout out to everybody. RIP Dolph. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.